it's Linda Canasi with iCrafter. Thank you so much for joining me on our channel. Today I'm sharing the Matchbook Jungle Cat add-on die set, which coordinates with the Matchbook Stitched Base die. So in this example, this craft colored piece is from the Matchbook Stitched Base die set. And then, so the Jungle Cat is an add-on set that you can use with or without the matchbook. So let me just show you inside how cute it is. So these are all separate layers in here, as you can see. So you can add and subtract the pieces that you want. They're all connected down here with a piece of ribbon. All the pieces have these holes on the bottom, and you could embellish the cat, and you could just layer it however you want. But the fun part is that you can use these pieces separately from the matchbook, but it coordinates so well. So again, this is the Matchbook Jungle Cat add-on. So let me show you how to make this. So what you start with are these dies, and let me just show you these are the plant pieces. And you will notice that they have this funny shape on the bottom, and it's so that it coordinates with this base that actually has the holes. And the whole reason for this was also so that more shapes could be added at a less cost. So you're gonna need to do a little bit of work when you make these, but it saves, you get more dies and save some money. So this actually just fits in here, okay? And you'll notice it goes across here. And let me show you an example of this piece I have right here. So this is what it will cut, and it will stay together because this little part where the two pieces match or meet up, when you drop it in there, it has a little piece that stays connected. So let me just show you. All you need to do to separate it is just go in and snip a little piece there and snip a little piece there. I don't know if I got this one completely there. And then it falls out just like a normal die shape. But the beauty is that you can use that one, and you could use this one, and you could use this one in there. And this piece is the same for all of them. So in this case, this piece, same thing, was used together with that. You just snip it, and you see it already broke off on that side. So you have this shape, and then I already snipped apart this shape. So the only other thing I need to do with our i-Clik die pick is to remove these little pieces right there to open it up. So, okay, so now you have these three, the plant shapes in back. Now there is one more shape that adds on, and this is the flower pot that is in the middle of the jungle. And same thing, it's just that you snip it apart, just like you would the other piece. And it's just a little piece right there. It also has these, which are, they just gently emboss into the pottery part. Now the other piece you have is the cat itself. It does not fit into this base, so you can't actually make it fit in because the tail would have been, would not have worked there. So the cat is cut separately, but it has this piece down here so that you can attach it to the pot if you wish to. So it'll make more sense when I show you what I'm going to do next. So we cut that, and they all have these bottom holes. So this is the cat piece that I cut out separately. So when you die cut it, you get the whole cat shape just like that. And so this part here is what glues onto, you can do it this way, where he glues onto the pot, so he's sitting in the pot. So it's just a way to attach the cat to the pot itself, the planter, I should say. Now on the cat itself, there are the eyes and the nose, and it's really tiny. So I already attached the nose. You could see that teeny tiny little pink spot there. Now, if you want, since it is so tiny, you can just use use a marker or something like that. And I will show you, I cut a lot of the eyes and You can see a couple of the noses in there too. So I cut some extra, and it's just something that what you want to do is there are black pieces and white pieces, and I already glued these together, and this is the i-Grip Flathead reverse tweezers. So you can see how easy they are to use. So I glued the black eyeball, which has a little notch in it because that is so cute on the highlights in a cat's eye. The black part on top of the white. So I die cut it out of black cardstock and white cardstock to make those eyes. So I'm going to glue them onto his face. And I wanted to show that when you glue them on, because the black part has the notch in it, you want to make sure they go in the same direction because the highlight would be in the same direction. So it'll make sense in a second. Let me show you. Also on the die cut cat, I don't know if you, oh yeah, you can see it. There is a slight indentation, a little embossing on it to show where the eyes go. Same with the nose. So it just makes it easier for placement to make the cat's face look a little more logical. So I'm just going to hold it, and you can see it's wonderful. The tweezers hold the piece. Let me get my glue ready. The tweezers hold the piece steady for you. So all you have to do is add a little bit of adhesive, and then you determine which way you want the eye highlights to go. I could say you either do it up to the top left or to the top right. I tend to like it to the top right. No right or wrong, I don't think. Now the trick is when you do the second eye is to line up the indent dot or the indent piece in the same direction. So I'm going to lay it in there and just check to see that the eye highlight is at the same, oh, it looks pretty good. So the highlight's up here and the highlight's over here. And I'll show it to you a little closer. So you can see how the little highlights in those eyes go in the same direction. So you want to do that, it just gives the face a little more character. And I cut this out of some, like a printed orange cardstock with a little bit of stripes, dotted stripes, just because it was a little more interesting cat texture or look to it. I have also done it as a black cat, which is really striking. I love that. But you can do it with other paper. You can ink it if you want. So I'm going to set this aside right now. And this is the Stitched Base, Matchbook Stitched Base. And I just want to show, it's very, very, very subtle, but there is a stitching around the edge. Can you see that? So it does have a little bit of texture to it. So just wanted to share that. Now what I'm going to do on here is show you, and I did another video if you want to watch, but there are two horizontal crease lines here. So you just want to fold both of them. And I'm using our iPress burnisher, which is like a bone folder on one side and a round burnisher and it comes with a hard foam or dense foam pad. So like I said, there's a second crease line here too. You could do that later if you want, or you could do it right now. I'm just going to do both of them. And then on here, you want to, on the side that you cut it towards, there's a crease line down the middle. You want to fold it away from you like that. And give it a good push. Now we're going to glue it together. So you want to get the front side facing up and the back side with the pretty side like that. And we are going to put adhesive, and I'm kind of doing it backwards, but we're going to put adhesive on the flap here. Okay. And we're going to just press them together, and I feel like I'm doing it a little bit backwards, left-handed kind of, but doesn't matter. So you just want to glue it together on that first little thin flap. I'll turn it over. So the thin flap holds onto the back, and you have the wider area as the top of your matchbook. See that? Okay. So that's the main part of the matchbook, and that is in the Matchbook Stitched Base die set that's sold separately. And then this is the Jungle Cat add-on set. So let me go ahead and show you. Now these all line up just like that. And you can vary it. I did it just like darker colors further back. Doesn't matter, you can see it could have gone either way. Darker colors tend to be further back, just artistically. Then I'm going to put the pot in there, and then I'm going to have this one in here. So I'm just kind of placing it just to see how it's going to look. Now again, you can mix and match these. You could put this one further back if you want. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to glue my cat on right now. So this is how I want it to sit. Kind of like that. Paws in front. I could do it off to the side a little bit more so his tail is overhanging. So I'm just kind of playing with it right now. And I'm just going to add a little adhesive to this square or rectangle part down there. And then just place it behind the pot. So it's gluing to the pot and not to the bait, like one of the bases here. That's kind of how it's going to look. Then there are these extra pieces that are like vines that come down, and you can add this if you want to the front of the pot right now, or you could do it later. Just remember that anything that goes below this line or this line here is going to be hidden by the flap. So if you want to do something like this where it overlaps this flap, remember this is going to tuck in, so it does need to go behind. You could do it off to the side if you want. The width is that if you want it to fit in an A2 envelope, you just need to keep it within the, I think this is 4 1/4 this way. Let me check. Okay, so it's 4 1/2. So the width you want to keep within 4 1/4. So this leaf being the widest leaf there, it will fit within the 4 1/4 size. So you can do a little bit of these leaves hanging outside of it. So it's just something to play with as you go. Now the last piece is the ribbon. I shouldn't say last because I still, if I wanted to, need to embellish the front. You can also, in this original set of the matchbook, there is a solid piece that looks just like a page in a matchbook that you could put it in back and write your sentiment on there if you wish. There's a lot of different things you could do. I'm just lining the holes right now. So now I can add these to behind the paw. And now you can see how cute that looks. The cover goes in. And you could do, so like on this one, I put the little cat face. I cut it out again and just did a little cat face on the front if you want. Because what happens with this one is that when it's closed, you just see him poking his head out. And you could put some sentiment that you want on the front. So you can finish this off. You can put more plants up here if you want. But I just love when the person opens it up and there is this cute little cat with all these plants sticking out around it. How adorable is that? And you could add more. Again, the original set that comes with the matchbook itself, there's other pages you can add. You could add a photo in here behind it if you want. And you could just kind of look through it and just see all these cute little pieces. So I hope you like that. That is the Matchbook Jungle Cat add-on from iCrafter. And thank you so much for watching. So please be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications when there's new videos. And follow us on our icrafter.com website and to keep up to date with everything that's coming from iCrafter. And read our blog for more creative ideas. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.